The International Antalya Film Festival is in full swing. Aside from recognizing the best movies with awards, the festival aims to promote films across national and international commercial platforms. Miranda Atti finds out how.
50,000 visitors will have the opportunity to watch 134 films from 39 countries during this week's International Antalya Film Festival. But it's about more than just showcasing films.
We have to help the industry improve itself locally and globally. This year we started Film Tomorrow, which is film talent and marketing rounds we call. Film Tomorrow will help the films to make their promotions to the industry all around the world, and to TV buyers, distributors, to festival programmers and those kind of people. So I think that it will help the economics of film industry in Turkey.
While Film TMR deals with completed films, the Antalya Film Forum aims to boost Turkish co-productions and help directors find financing.
We are making pitching platforms and work in progress platforms, and try to discover new projects, new good projects, not only young producers or directors.
And this year is going to be the third year of the forum, which is really exciting. Do we have any major success stories from previous years?
Of course, we have we are very young, but we have lots of success stories. In first year, two films they did their world premiere in the very famous festivals. For example, Ivy was in Sundance, they discovered here, and also Winds of Memories, and the Blue Bicycle, Rauf, and the Young Wrestlers. They did their world premiere in Berlinale. Also in first year, we have some projects in pitching platform. They found a co-producer, and now they are in shootings.
This year, the festival added 2 special sections to the program.
Antalya Film Festivalimiz sadece...
This festival is not only a national and international competition, but also contains some projects that are concerned with social issues. The world is going through this refugee crisis, and also this year there was the 15th July coup attempt. We have to keep both of these in our minds, so we devoted 2 sections of the festival to showing films related to these issues.
For Mayor Turel, the long-term goal is to turn Antalya into a cinema town. And if he succeeds, the festival's 2016 tagline, "The light of the cinema shines from Antalya," will be true all year round. Miranda Atti, TRT World, Antalya.
Next on Showcase, we talk about a standout film showing at the Antalya Film Festival. It talks about one of Turkey's most important issues through the emotional story of a family. It's called My Father's Wings, and we have the director Kivanc Sezer with us to talk about it. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you very much.
You have quite an interesting life path from engineering to filmmaking. What drew you to filmmaking?
I studied engineering, bioengineering in Turkey. But then in my university days, I was dealing with cinema and theater. And I made a lot of short films to discover the cinema. And then I went to Italy, and there I changed my life and started to study editing on cinema. And then I come back to Turkey and worked in the sector. And I always wanted to do my films, and it's, I don't know, something that's hard to explain what was the real reason, but it's what I wanted to do in life.
Mm-hmm. It drew you in finally.
Yeah.
In your film, you talk about an important that's at the forefront of news and our conversations in Turkey, and that's fatal accidents that happen. What drew you to this subject?
It was 2010, and I read an article in the newspaper. It was about a university student who died in a construction site in Istanbul. And then I read about his story, and it took 2 years. I have always something in my mind, and what can I do about this thing? And in the meantime, I studied, I made some research on this topic, and I got to know that Turkey is third in the world and first in Europe in fatal work accidents. So it shows me that there is a systemic problem on this issue, and I wanted to tell the human stories on this malfunctioning system, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Well, human stories, you say, and the film does get quite emotional to watch sometimes. During filming, did you get emotional? Were there any difficult moments to film?
In fact, no. But during the writing, I was in the writing process. It took 3 years, and sometimes it was emotionally hard for me. But during the shootings, I was always concentrated, trying to be concentrated on the mise en scène, on the scene itself, and trying to be safe in a construction site. So and making it as good as possible, and having good performance from my actors, and I tried to concentrate on these things. Mm-hmm. I can say it.
It does tell a local story, but you did get international recognition with your film. Did you expect that?
Let's say yes. You have always, as a filmmaker, you have some expectations for your film, but when you do it afterwards, there's a saying that for a poem, for a poet, he can know what he wants to write, but he doesn't know what he writes. And so for me, I have always questions and doubts, and if it works, and if the story is going on the direction I wanted, etc. But when we premiered in Karlovy Vary Film Festival main competition, it was a good sign that that the film crossing the boundaries of our country, it reached to the heart of the European people and this festival. So it was good for us to premiere there, and we had some good critics on the film. And so then we came to Adana Film Festival, and we got 7th prize out of 18, and it was also a very good sign that the people, let's say the festival and festival audience and the jury also liked the film and interested in this issue, because this issue is, I think, worth to tell. It happens every day, and at least three workers are dying a day. It's really a bleeding wound for me. So it was important to mention this while making a good film out of it. So
right.
So I wanted to manage both together, and yes, we had good signs, and now we're in Antalya, and it's also a big pleasure to be here, I can say.
Kivanc Sezer, thank you very much for joining us on Showcase.
Thank you.